Okay, so I'm at the end of the biodigester that the effluent goes out of when we flush the toilet in there. So it winds around on the floor or on the ground over here, and then this pipe actually fills up to this point here where it overflows. And this is just right about halfway up from the ground to the floor of the house. So when that toilet's flushed, this slowly rises up, it flows over to this side and then down. And I'll show a video of what this area looks like. And there's actually no smell here at all. Yeah, there's no urine smell, no sewage smell, not even a musty smell. There's literally no smell at all. So my feeling about this is it's working properly. So we're going to move to the point now of trying to collect a little bit of gas from it and see what happens on that. Now this system doesn't have, it's not designed for the production of gas so much as it's designed for the digestion of the solid waste that come into it. And the solid waste come in as solid waste and water, and then it leaves out as just a nice liquid fertilizer. We've got these banana trees here that are being fertilized by them. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so you can see the house over there with the sewage line coming down, and then it goes into the linear biodigester. All of these pipes are perfectly level. None is higher than the other. So they work their way across until it gets to this last pipe, and it comes down and it goes up, and then once it reaches this point up here, then it goes out and then back down, and then over here to the banana trees. And you can see the banana trees are all looking pretty doggone happy, and that's what the ground looks like. And you know, it's a little bit wet out here. We've been getting some rain. It's probably going to rain here again in a few minutes, but it just looks like ground, and there's no smell. You know, I smell really deep and strong, and there's just no smell at all. And you can see here that there's a little bit of effluent coming out, and it's got a slightly brownish color to it, and that's what it looks like. And there's no smell. It's really amazing. I almost expected it to look like sewage and smell like sewage, but it doesn't. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so I've got this set up here, and right now this is the part that comes out of the top where the gas line is. And I'm going to attach this piece of hose onto this and then have it under the house, so that whenever we want to look at how much has been collected in the bag, and I'm just going to tape a regular black garbage bag onto the end of this hose once I get it all crimped together, and then we'll see how long it takes this bag to get any kind of gas in it, and we'll see how flammable it is when we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and crimp all these lines on right quick. Fast, because it's going to rain here just about any second. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright. Now we're going to get this guy. Crimp him on right there. now let's go into the house and fix it up. Okay, so this is the pipe where the gas comes out of, and this was kind of like had this little loops on it so that you can tie them. I cut all those off, and then I'm just going to open up just one little spot on that guy, because I don't want this to be looking like it's inflated at all. I want to know that we're actually capturing gas. I guess you can really see what I'm doing here, can you? Alright. Alright. So now we're ready to start capturing gas here. I'm going to take this bag. I'm just going to kind of tuck it inside this water pipe here, because that way it will just kind of help keep it up off the ground so that the cats and chickens and all the other critters don't start messing with it. And then I'm going to come back in a few days and we'll see if this right here has air in it, or methane is what we're after. So I know I should have done this probably a long time ago, but we've been getting a lot of rain and I've been real busy. Okay, we are exactly 5 days since I put this bag in, and as you'll recall at the beginning of the video I said I don't expect it to capture much gas. I was looking at this and it says that from a 275 gallon home digester you should make 1 cubic meter of biogas in a day. As I've researched a little bit deeper, that's true if the biodigester is thermally stabilized. In other words, it's kept at a warmer temperature, typically around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, this thing here, and it says that here, it says the problem usually is temperature. Most biodigesters seem to have a slurry and then normalizing at about 20 degrees Celsius. These only produce 1 to 300 liters of gas a day. At 25 degrees Celsius, you start topping 300 liters a day. And at 30 degrees Celsius, you may be looking at 500 liters of gas. And then body temperature, you see a theoretical 1,000 liters. Again, I'm more interested in the very low tech. The slow style is fine. I've got plenty of real estate out there that I can work with. So I'm looking at doing the lower temperatures, like around 20 degrees Celsius, which is around 70 degrees. So we've got what's called these different types of bacterias. So you got what's called the psychrophiles that operate from 5 to 25 degrees Celsius, which is really low, like probably 30 degrees up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you've got the mesophilic bacteria that operates from 30 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. The thermophiles, which really make a lot of methane, has to be kept at 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. And then you've got the hyperthermophiles, which is greater than 65 degrees Celsius. Those require commercial equipment and all kinds of monitoring systems, and it's just a real big pain in the butt. So anyways, we're going to be looking at using the psychrophiles bacteria to process our waste into methane. So right here it says the more difficult the press temperature of the biodigester sludge, the sludge retention time is usually long, often greater than 12 weeks. But this is what we have so far at the end of, our 5 days here. Not a whole lot. But I'm going to let this stay here until it gets filled up pretty full. And then I'll make another video and we'll build us a little fire and put it over the fire and see what it does. It'll be real fun. So those of us that have the kids in us and like fire, the next video about the biodigester hopefully will be kind of fun. But this is what we've got so far. I'm pretty happy with it because, like I said, I don't expect a whole lot of gas production. And right now here in Hawaii, it's winter time, so it gets really cold, almost down to the 40s at night. So we're just going to let this run for a little bit, and I'll keep an eye on it. And as soon as it gets fairly full, we'll have another look at it then. Pretty cool. I love it.